What's up guys, we're back with a brand new video, and before we get into this video, we are literally so close to 300 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed watching this video, what are you doing? Go down below, hit that subscribe button, and when you're there, hit that like button, because let's try to get like 30 likes or something. That's a goal that I would like to hit every single video. So if you enjoy this content that you're watching, subscribe and like. So today, in today's video, we're doing the top 10 favourite AFL matches of the season. I know it's late, but better late than never. I'll be doing this at the end of next season also, even though that's so far away. So the first one is, at number 10, Fremantle versus St Kilda. Now, this game was absolutely action-packed. So it started off the game where St Kilda kicked like the first, like they took a huge lead. It was like 45 to like 16 at one stage. I thought, alright, this game is comfortable. I think I was like on and off watching the game for like ever since I think like the first quarter. I was like on and off watching the game because I am a St Kilda fan. I thought the game was absolutely over, but then I looked back on it at the fourth quarter, and just like that, we are down by 2 goals. I'm like, what happened? We just had like a 40-point lead or something. And so what happened was they kicked that 11-goal turnaround. 11-goal turnaround Fremantle had, which was absolutely insane from a young up-and-coming Fremantle side. This team had absolute X factor written all over it. So without further ado, I'm going to show you a clutch moment from an unknown superstar.
There's space on the outer side. Overlap of hand pass. Chance for Banfield, short.
Really short.
Then he hits Schultz. Lockie Schultz to kick his second goal of the afternoon and give Freo the lead. In the dying stages, kicks the goal! 1:20 on the clock. Freo.
Now next up for the second game, I've got Essendon versus Carlton, round 4. Now this team was a pretty famous rivalry, not really, like they're like a rivalry because of the success that they've had in the past. And a lot of drama happened in this game. That famous Zach Merritt hit to Jack Sylvania, which caused him to go to hospital in like the first few minutes of the game, was absolutely crazy. And it was just a back and forth contest. It was an amazing game of football to watch because it was just back and forth. David Cunningham, an unlikely hero, had an absolute star-ridden game for some reason. You would not expect that man to have a game like he did. I think he had like nearly 30 touches. Sam Doherty had 31 touches. It was just a great game, back and forth, and it ended with an absolute insane finish. Now let's roll the clip.
Long torpedo, he's gone the barrel. Can they get a mark? Oh, what about Townsend? From nowhere, Jacob Townsend. Right on the edge of his distance though. Kicked a couple of goals in the 2017 Premiership for the Tigers. Can he win the game for the Bombers? Jacob Townsend, has it got the journey? Just touched on the lines.
Next up at number 8, I've gone with the GWS versus Melbourne, round 17. Now this game was an absolute crazy one. Now this game was pretty much a back and forth the whole entire game, but the weird part about it, that now we think back on it now, that this game was almost whoever wins almost gets a spot inside the finals. But the weirdest part is that none of these teams actually end up playing finals. But in this game, it was a back and forth contest, wondering who could get the win, and then Melbourne end up securing a shot at actually getting into finals in the 2021 season with an absolute epic finish by an unlikely hero.
Into it, sits a high one up. Fritsch. Shaw with the big fist. Rivers on the left. Rivers on the left. That's unbelievable.
Next up at number 7, I've gone with the Bulldogs versus West Coast, round 16. Now this game, this was started off as an absolute domination from like the Eagles, but it ended up Bulldogs fighting back. It was a hard contest, not a high scoring one. It was very, very hard contest, hard to score, but then, of course, one of the top players in the AFL, and had his captain's moment.
Clean, gave it back to Williams, one way then the other, looks up and he's got Smith. He floats it to the bolt, and Marcus Bontempelli gets his big moment.
He's composed, he says, I'll get it to the skipper, now here's your moment.
to give his Dogs back the lead. That should feed back. It feeds back. Hasn't got the carry or has it. They like it. What's the...
Number 6, I've gone with St Kilda versus Gold Coast, a round 10 clash. Now this was an absolute Thursday night thriller between two of the youngest teams in the AFL. They were both at the time pushing for a top 8 spot, which was Gold Coast, and a top 4 spot, which was St Kilda. At the time of this game, St Kilda were actually in the top 4. I think Gold Coast were 9th. So this was an absolute epic clash, and geez, it lived up to the hype. It was a back and forth clash. I think each team being up by 3 goals at one stage. Gold Coast in the third quarter, and St Kilda I think in the second quarter. So it was just back and forth. Swings of 3 goals were just happening. You knew when a team kicked 2, they were going to kick a third, and up being an absolute epic finish by should have been an All-Australian forward.
From Lemons at the back, ball still in dispute. Oh, well done again by Clark. 2 big bits of footy.
Wonderful it was. Ryder at the back. Can he wind back the clock? He gives it to Butler. He is streaming forward for goal number 4. Magnificent.
And number 5, we have another St Kilda clash, which was St Kilda versus Bulldogs, the elimination final. Now this final series had some epic clashes, and this was one of them. And it started off the series right with Josh Bruce kicking in a goal against his old side, which at the time we thought, oh, is this a start for an absolute smashing by the Dogs? Because at the time, St Kilda had not played a final. No one on this team, apart from Jaron Geary, Dan Hanbury, and Brad Hill, I'm pretty sure, have actually won a final. So that was absolutely crazy. It ended up with Jaron Geary, an unlikely hero, absolutely winning this game, and St Kilda having an absolute excellent time in the air in the first 3 quarters. But then the last quarter, the Bulldogs make a huge turnaround, kicking I think 4 goals straight in the last 10 minutes of the game, which was absolutely crazy. Every St Kilda fan was on the edge of their seat thinking, no, have we blew our lead, have we blew our win? But an absolutely amazing moment from a recruit, which pretty much sums up the St Kilda season.
Got rid of the ball. Ross, terrific to Patton. He takes them all on with about 3 Dogs chasing. Sinclair on the end of the handball. A long ball to Geary, who's been magnificent. Here's Butler, gets away from Gardner. Butler this time doesn't miss.
Next up at number 4, I've gone with West Coast versus Collingwood, another elimination final, and this one was absolutely epic. It started off when I thought I was watching a replay of the 2018 prelim final with Mason Cox having 3 goals in the first 10 minutes of the match. I was thinking, oh no, he's taken over another final. This is just what Mason Cox does these days. And it turned out that he was the game winner, because it ended up being a close game within 5 points at the final siren, and if it wasn't for this man's actions and some absolutely incredible goals in the last quarter, you wouldn't think, with all the investment that Collingwood had into this game, that they would actually get the win.
This is extraordinary. De Goey, he's a chance from there. Jordan De Goey, oh, he got it! What a goal that is! De Goey's got 2.
What an amazing goal from a nearly impossible angle. Huge goal from...
And number 3, I've gone with Port Adelaide versus Richmond, the preliminary final. Now this one is a game that if you said that Port Adelaide would be playing in a prelim in general, they would say you're joking. They were not even, people didn't even predict them in the top 8 coming into the season, and ended up finishing the minor premiers and versing the reigning premiers in the prelim at Adelaide Oval. Now this game, no one knew who was going to go. No one knew if Port actually were the real deal, even though they were in a prelim final. But everyone just had expectations that, is this the end of Richmond? Could this be the Richmond's end? Surely not. And in the end, even though all the courage that Port Adelaide had shown, they could not overcome Richmond. But my moment of the game had to be this absolute heroic act by Brad Ebert.
To the right side of Jack. Oh, well played, Ebert. Got back against the flow. And running it over.
Sensational by Ebert. Look at him getting to his feet. That was courageous, running back with the flight. It was all Rewalt's mark, but he took all ball with the punch.
Hit his head on the ground there.
Number 2, no real surprises here. I've got Fremantle versus Carlton. Now this, I'll be honest with you, this game was not the most action-packed. It was very, very low scoring. Like, it wasn't too much of a spectacle of the game. It was just the final moments of this game. Jack Newnes in my eyes kicked absolute goal of the year. The pressure he had in that kick, 50 metres out, drop punt, and Jack Newnes can't kick a ball to his teammate from 10 metres at the best of times. I don't know how everyone was like, I don't know how he managed to kick a goal from 50 out. It was absolutely insane. So without further ado, let's roll the clip.
Taverner, pretty happy to see it out. Is it deliberate? It is. Play on. 14 seconds left. That's out in the full. The one thing you couldn't do.
I reckon Casbolt should have taken the run.
Yep.
Downfield.
Oh, we got a downfield free.
Downfield, it's a late hit.
Oh,
It's downfield.
wow.
Every schoolboy's dream. Kick after the siren to win the game for your club. Wasting no time, Jack Newnes. Set shot. He strikes it beautifully. He's got it. The Blues win it. Jack Newnes after the siren has won the game for Carlton. That is.
Number 1, I've gone with Carlton versus Port Adelaide. Another appearance from Carlton, except sadly it's the other way around this time for Carlton. Now, I was not expecting this match to even be close. Even though Carlton were having a great season, I just thought Port were going to overcome. And it was just like Port will kick 4 goals, then Carlton will follow up with 4 goals. It was just that type of match. And not only was that absolute crazy goal from Robbie Gray, they also had a mark of the year from Sam Walsh, which was one of the most courageous marks I've seen in recent years of football.
Out wide, Mays, back in AFL footy, the kick was good, the mark was better, and it's Robbie Gray. The game is on his boot. He is the man in the arena, and all eyes are on Robbie Gray, and when everyone else missed, when the moment came, he seized it like no one else. Robbie Gray.
Yeah, so that's the video, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you absolutely enjoyed it. We are so close to 300 subscribers, so if you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button, go down below, hit that like button. We try to like up this video, comment down below what you thought and what your favourite games of the season were. So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe, and thanks for watching.